Welcome, everybody, to Investing with Jimmy. Thanks for joining me today. Today, I bought a stock today, and I'm going to show you the footage of me buying the stock. So it will be an actual trade that you can see. I told you guys that I would share my trades with you when I buy and when I sell. Um, and I'll share with you why I bought this particular stock today. First, if we look at what's going on today, let's take a couple look at some of the companies that we've been discussing. Okay, here's Elf Beauty. The market is now officially closed. It just hit 4 o'clock, so the after hours has begun. Um, Keep in mind the stock market is closed tomorrow, so there will be no stock market until Monday, and that's one of the reasons why I bought as well. Because if the market performs well on Monday, I want to make some money. I don't want to just sit back. I got a fair price for what I paid. Now, Elf had a nice day today. It ended up going up $2.67. So if you, it went all the way down to like $49, which is a crazy low price, but they're really struggling the fact that they can't manufacture and get their product from China right now. I really have no idea how much inventory that they have available. Um, Now, what they're probably doing is they're probably have a deal where they're having China send it to Vietnam. And Vietnam right now is a part of the 10%. So they probably have approval with America because they are based in Oakland, California. So they probably have a deal where they're allowed to get in their product from Vietnam for 10%. So that could have something to do with them being okay for right now. I am worried about their future because I don't think this stuff is going to get fixed with China anytime soon. I used to think that this was just going to be a deal that they work out. I don't think that anymore. I think that America is completely trying to shut down China's ability to continue to make the wealth, continue to invest in their military. I think America realizes now how much a threat that China is, and we're getting away from and reducing. We're trying to make ourselves stronger, and I really, really am thankful for that. Okay, now I don't like the way that it's been being done. I don't like the way that Trump has orchestrated it all. It could have been in a much more planned, professional way, um, where he just didn't like go so crazy so quick. Could have been a more intelligent way of doing it. All right, so let's see what else is going on today. Now, this is the Taiwan Semiconductors. This is an amazing company. They're based in Taiwan, and they are the most important company pretty much in the world right now because they have all the technology with the semiconductors. Now, even companies like Nvidia and AMD, they send their products to Taiwan. And Taiwan does the first stage of those microchips. And then they go to the locations of NVIDIA and AMD. Now, what's cool is we're slowly bringing the Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing to America, which is in Arizona and soon to be Texas. And we're transferring a lot of those top Taiwan plant workers to America. So think about that. We want to get that technology and protect it in the United States. And that way we don't have to worry about the location right next to China. China, what they're doing is they're already making their own. They're no longer worrying about getting it from this particular company. But this is a great company right here. You've got a 1 year is pretty low right now. That's a decent price for a 1 year. The return for the 1 year has been 8%, and for the 5 year, it's been basically 190%. Let's take a look at their balance sheet, and it's they got 2.42 trillion. Holy crap, that's what a T. Holy crap. Oh my god. They got 2.42 trillion, and the total debt is 24%, which is not too bad. It could be a little lower, but that's not too bad. And they got $687 billion to work with. So very, very, very well run, strong company right there. Okay, let's take it out. Let's take another look at what's going on now. Google had a tough day. I'm going to share with you why. Something happened today that affected Google. Matter of fact, I just recently made a video about Google saying that I really like Google, and this was actually the price range that I was trying to get you to get in, anywhere between 154, 155. Now today was some bad news with Google. They ended up getting they were I guess some kind of court. They had a court case where the judge found them guilty of manipulation of a monopoly, or they were doing a monopoly, and they're threatening them that they're going to have to sell the Chrome browser. Google's fighting it, but United States, for whatever reason, is going after Google, which I think is just foolish. And I think that has a lot to do with Trump. Because let me explain to you why. Google and Meta, Facebook, both of those corporations funded the Democratic Party. They did a lot of nasty things to Trump when Trump was running for presidency. And they did everything to beat him down. And Trump is the kind of guy that he's getting his revenge on them. And if so, look what's going on. You have Meta is getting attacked right now. They're in court, and you have Google, which has tons of lawsuits coming out, and in the United States is the one that's suing them. So it's kind of a shame because Google is an American company, and Google has so much to offer all of us with the technology of AI and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't a fan of Google funding the Democratic Party because of what the Democratic Party stands for. I also am not a fan of Google buying up all of the property in California because they have an agenda with the Democrats to push all of the wealthy people out of California because of so much corruption going on, where they're purposely allowing robberies and not putting the people in jail. They're purposely allowing the homeless to live on the streets. They're even letting the homeless live by Beverly Hills now. So what's happening and they're raising the property taxes so high, the real estate is so high. They're purposely controlling the California, where they're running everybody out, making it impossible to live there. And guess who is the number one real estate buyer of all of these properties that are in turmoil when these people leave? Google. So think about that. So they're on the Democratic side, which I'm not happy about at all. And companies like Meta was exactly the same. And what does Meta do when Trump wins? They kiss his you know what. And he goes and he gives a whole bunch of money to Trump. And he basically was trying to buy his way out where he wouldn't get having to go to court. And it did not work for him. So he's, they're pursuing it. So anyway, that's what's going on with Google. I don't think that this is going to have a tremendous effect on Google right now. Yes, their stock will slide a little bit for right now, but Google has so much money and power. What they keep doing is they're going to prolong this time frame, probably 3, 4, 5 years from now. So they're just going to have their attorneys keep pushing it away and pushing it away and delaying and delaying and delaying, because they just have so much money, guys. Um, so you won't see effect. So if you're trying to buy the stock, don't worry about buying the stock. Sure, it could dip a little more, but don't be surprised if this thing's $167 within the next 60 days. Okay, so let's move on. Nvidia. Nvidia, you guys all heard about Nvidia, what happened to Nvidia. Nvidia was had a United States rule where they said, look, you are not to sell your mediocre or your high chips to China. I told you, this is more, like I said before, I used to think that America and China were just doing a little stupid, stage, and they were going to come together and they were going to work out a deal. I no longer think that. I think that this is very serious, where America has had enough and they are pushing China out. It should have happened a long time ago. We've funded them. They've made a fortune off of us buying their products. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to build their military up so they can kill us one day. Thanks a lot. So we would have to be the biggest morons on the planet to keep funding that machine. We are done. They're on their own, and we're trying to isolate them, and we're trying to bankrupt them. So what happened was Nvidia had about $5 billion in revenue sales with China, and now they can no longer sell those products. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. Their chip manufacturing is so popular and in demand that I do expect Nvidia to find a buyer for those chips here in America, or an approved ally. All our allies are allowed to buy these chips. So we're having a lot of countries right now negotiate with us to sign trade deals and also invest money in America for factories. And we're going to give them low tariffs, only our allies. So we're finding out right now who is on our side. And anybody that's on our side, we're going to give them a good deal on tariffs. We're going to allow them to invest in America. We're going to allow them to do business with us. And we're also going to be able to help them when it comes to AI and chips. So those countries that don't work with us, good luck getting chips. You ain't getting them. If you don't get chips, you're going to really fall behind in this AI fight. All right, so Nvidia will be just fine. It basically was a great opportunity to purchase this stock at $100 is a steal. Okay, it's an absolute steal. So I really wanted to buy Nvidia. I kind of regret not going with Nvidia a little bit, but that was not the stock that I went with today. So let's go ahead and see what else is going on. Amazon. I think Amazon is a really, really good buy right now. I think Amazon is a really good buy. Look where you're getting Amazon right now in the last year. You got it down towards the bottom. If you don't think that Amazon is going to be okay, I don't know what to tell you. But I do want to say that their debt is a lot bigger than I expected. They have a lot of debt. I mean, they're 54% debt. Look at that. So I would like to see them to pay down their debt. So that's a little worries me a little bit, which is why I did not buy Amazon. But I do like Amazon. I think you'll easily make Amazon. Okay. So PayPal. I want to talk to you real quick about PayPal. PayPal is a really good price. But one of the concerns that I have right now at the moment for PayPal, even though they went up 76 cents today, 1.26%. What's happening is you have to understand a lot of the Chinese products are not in America right now, or they're eliminating them from America. So think about all of those transactions that people can do by selling their products through e-commerce. So let's say you have an online website here in America, and you're selling somebody product and you bought that product from China and your company buys products from China. Well, those transactions are normally being done through PayPal. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And they're losing out on that money. So they're going to take a hit in all of these tariff wars right now. So I like PayPal. I just don't know if I would get involved with PayPal at the moment. I would keep an eye out on it. Okay, Nike had a great day. Nike had a really, really good day. Okay, you guys know I talked to you about Nike. Nike had a great day. We'll put up a 1 year here. It had a really good day. It made $2.24 today. That's really good. So they're back at the 55.76 range. That's about an average price for them recently. It's still very low. I mean, it's still very low. I mean, this is 72. Nike is definitely a stock that you can make a lot of money with. I've already told you guys that. I just don't think that it's something that you need to do immediately. It's something that eventually you're going to want to come in on when the time is right. I'm personally waiting for the Vietnam deal. Once I know what the Vietnam deal is, that's when I'll make my move again with Nike. I've already bought and sold Nike 2 times and was successful both times. Okay, so let's see what else we have. SoFi went up. It's $10.99. So we talked about that stock. If you didn't watch that video, take a look at that one. Now I didn't come in because I'm looking more for the $9 to $10 range. So I'm about $1 too high right now on that. It's had a good couple days. So I think eventually it's going to go into the red, and that's when it would be a good opportunity. Tesla is a really good buy at 241. And here's the stock that I ended up buying today. And so basically what I did was I just bought 300 shares of AMD, as you can see right here. It filled at $87.31, and I invested for 300 shares. It cost me $26,195. And so you can see it right here, April 17th. So this is processing, but now the stock market is closed tomorrow. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to buy it now. It's possible that it could come down another $10. It's really hard to say. So, but it's an investment that I'm comfortable with making. I think that it can easily end up getting back up to like $92. I think that I would need at least $5 profit per share. That would put me around the $1,500 range of profit. So it's filled at $87.30. So we need to be at $92.31. So we'll say $92.50. So it's probably likely that I'll flip it when it hits $93, unless I decide to hold it. It's not uncommon for AMD to hit like $100. It could easily be $150 stock eventually in the future, and I could easily double my money there. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. Sometimes, in a market the way that it is, sometimes it's better off to just take small hits, let the market go down. What I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that the United States will do an announcement next week of all of its new trading partners that it's signed, and I'm hoping that that will push the market up for that particular day. So we'll see, and I'll keep you guys posted on what I buy and what I sell. So thank you for watching. I'll put this in one of the videos so you guys can see, because I promised you that I'll show you my transactions, okay? All right, thanks for watching. Was AMD. I ended up buying AMD. I paid, I think, $87.37 or 31 cents. I'll show it to you here in the video here. I'll click over to it in a minute here. I'll I recorded it on a different thing when I was in my stock account. So what I'll do is I'll edit it right in here while, so you guys can see it. So I purchased it today. The reason why I knew that the market was closed tomorrow. So today's Thursday, and I knew right before it closed, I bought it because I was like, it's been in the red for a couple days. The chips manufacturers are getting beat up a little bit for what's going on where they can't sell to China. Yeah, that's a big, big financial loss. But you have to remember something. Guys, these chips are in demand. And you've got all of these countries in America. You've got Germany. You've got Switzerland. You've got any country that is going to be on our side, like Israel, Italy. We'll see about Vietnam. We probably won't be doing anything with Vietnam as far as chips goes because we know that they're going to just pump them over to China. So we'll end up doing some business with some countries that are allies of ours, but it will be very strict that they cannot sell those chips to China. If they sell those chips to China, there is a serious problem. Okay, so I ended up buying AMD. Now keep in mind, just a week ago, AMD hit as low as $77 a share. 77. So what I love about the transaction that I did is that it's uh it's a safe play because, unless something bad happens, of course, it's a safe play where if the stock goes down to 77 or even 73, all it means is I'm just going to tie up a little bit of money. I think I bought 300 shares. So I think it was like 26 grand or something like that. So I'm just going to tie that money up. I'm not going to lose the money. I might look like I'm down, but I'm just going to hold it. So that's what I love about this particular play is that I only do that. That's the only way I buy stocks. I only buy stocks that I believe are going to go up in the future. So if I believe that and it goes down, I just forget that I own it. I don't pay attention to it. I don't let it bother me. And the next thing you know, it's coming back and all my money's coming back. And the next thing you know, I'm in profit and I can decide what I want to do. Now, I could easily try to make a small profit. We need to be at least at $93 per share before I would even consider getting rid of it. I do believe that AMD will be a $250 stock. I repeat, AMD will be a $250 stock. I don't know when, but in the next several years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, I don't know, 250 bucks. You mark my word. Okay, it will. No ifs or buts about it. Now, for me, I like to make a lot of quick plays where I'm in and I'm out. I'm in and I'm out. So I like to use the power of my buying power to make a quick hit where a lot of days I make $2,000 in one day, 1,500 in one day, 4,000 in one day. I like to kind of do that, kind of treat it like craps, or baccarat. So that's basically what I like to do. Now, some cases, I do want to hold because when things start working out, you're gonna probably see me holding like Nike. Once something happens with Elf, where they can get their product as soon as Vietnam's announced, well, guess what that means? Elf is gonna take off because they're gonna be able to have China ship the product to Vietnam. They package it there, and then they end up shipping it through Vietnam. It's that simple. So Elf will take off and go to the moon. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'll go ahead and show you the clip now. And once you see the clip, we'll go ahead and end the video. Do me a big favor. This is a new channel. Please like this video. It helps the algorithm. It's the only way, if I keep getting likes, it recognizes that, hey, people are enjoying it. I personally don't care. It's just about helping the algorithm where, it allows me to grow the channel. You know, if the channel don't grow and nobody's watching it, what's the point of making the videos? You know what I mean? So I appreciate all you guys' support. Thank you so much, and thank you guys, everybody over there at Gamble with Jimmy. You guys are awesome. You guys got me to 105 subscribers already. That's fantastic. And I hope you guys all make a ton of money. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.